I had some good jobs, man. I just kind of fell off the ropes with drugs. I'm kind of still struggling with it right now. Not kind of, but I am. I'm kind of strung out. Like, that's all I care about right now. But I'm kind of, praying that God, helps me, strengthen me on that. And it's tough, man. It's tough. People got to understand you can't just jump off the streets and go to a job, man, because homeless people go through a lot, man. We go through drug abuse. We go through abuse with our bodies by being out here. It's a lot of things that you have to do to maintain that type of living and being a real good citizen. You have to eat properly. It's a lot of things that we're not doing out here that we have to get back into that life. You can't do it. You got to go through a drug program. You got to go through therapy because you know what people been through now. This COVID thing going on out here. It's hard to get a job. You got people so scared to even to sit by you on the bus. It's a lot with it and it's a lot going on. And I feel like, if one stands up, then all. If one stands up, then all. One band, one sound, I like to say, for one of my favorite movies. We all got to stand and we all got to unite. And if nobody else unites and nobody else stands, then your house is... One of my favorite phrases that Abraham Lincoln said, I can't remember it, but it's something he said, if a house not strong, then anyone can come in and break it down. I think it's something like that, but yeah, I can't remember it. But Abraham Lincoln was a great man and one of my favorite, he's my favorite president, so, and I feel like, man, somebody got to stand up and do it, Somebody got to really take that risk, the bumps, the bruises, and able to stand up and take it all, man. And I feel like I can make that stand, man, because, it's not going to happen if nobody talk. If you don't speak on something, how is somebody going to hear you? If nobody's not saying anything about it, then everybody thinks everything's okay. How would I know? You been in the back the whole time. Ain't nobody let me know nothing. But you in the back. But I've been looking for you, but ain't nobody let me know nothing. So then you be like, man, where I was in the back, ain't nobody tell you? No. And that's what I'm saying. You got to get up and speak. You complain, but how can you complain if you don't do nothing about it? Get up and stand and unite. The only time we have unite if somebody get killed. I mean, the brother, rest in peace, man. Brother got killed. But that should have picked up something more. When you say Black Lives Matter, make it matter. Because when Black Lives Matter, it's supposed to matter in the verge of you getting up, doing something. That's why they say you Black Lives Matter. You say white man wearing a Black Lives Matter shirt. And you say, man, I'm about to go take that shirt off him. Black Lives Matter. I just asked him for $20. He ain't give me $20. See, Black Lives Matter doesn't mean that. Black Lives Matter means this. It means it matters to everybody. But does it matter to you? Does your life matter to you? Black Lives matters to everybody else, but does it matter to you? So when we say get up and stand up and unite, homeless people have to be heard and homeless people have to be seen. Somebody has to speak on it.
It's kind of like your own worst enemy is yourself sometimes.
Exactly, and I can't believe it that you said that because I can't believe that somebody said that to me the other day and they keep coming back to me. So that must be something that God wants me to work on because your worst enemy is yourself. You turn your back and worry about somebody when your enemy right there with you the whole time. It's boxing your demons. You got to keep fighting till them knuckles turn purple. So at the end of the day, man, there's a lot of stuff going on, and if you don't do nothing about it, ain't nothing gonna happen. They just gonna keep building and building and building over top of you until you just say, stop. That's enough. I got something to say. Somebody about to get in trouble, might hear something now. But I'm just telling you, man, at the end of the day, man, homelessness, I don't want to say it's good. I don't want to say it's bad. It's how you make it. You know what I'm saying? Your homelessness can be the worst thing in the world if you don't know what you're doing out here and you don't have the wits and the smarts and common sense to say, okay, I know I'm gonna need this tonight. I'm gonna need this. It's kind of like having your own place, but except you ain't got no place. You just have the homelessness teach you being responsible, because if you don't get that and you know you needed it later on in the night, you're gonna be fucked because you know you needed it. It's kind of like, it can help a lot of people though. A lot of people, I say, need to be homeless because at the end of the day, they so used to tagging along and depending on him or her or this or that or this. But when everything goes and it wipes out, what you
they're forced to take some like personal responsibility, I guess is what you're saying.
All I'm saying is, down the line, people need to learn how to let go and give and do. Like, say for example, let's just say in the household, right? If I had my own household, my wife, my kids and everything, I will always have one day of the week where everybody don't use no electronics. No phones, no nothing. For that whole day. And I would ask them after that, when they come home at the evening, I say, how was your day, without using the phone? I would do that with my family because it's preparing you for what could happen.
Or in case,
just in case of murders, just in case the house.
Do you guys have phones or?
No, we don't have any phones, but we're trying to work on getting them, because if I had a phone, I wouldn't be on the streets right now. This is what I do. I minister and I preach. This is what I do. I come down here, I minister and I preach. And the word needs to be heard. But I have to put it in bio languages. He sent the Son of Man down here the first time, and you didn't listen. So at the end of the day, I appreciate you coming out, man, and doing this, man, because this needs to be done. This is something definitely I would be doing too, and I'm still going to do it, because homelessness is not a joke. This is something somebody do not want to go through, man, especially not now. See, it's easy in the summer because it's nice outside, but you still got your little hard part, because the rats out here, oh Lord, it's like sleeping with a neighbor. It's crazy, yeah. Rats are vicious.
What do they do?
Nah, they just crawl around looking for food. They're curious rats. They're not, no dangerous rats. They're curious rats. They're more like pet rats for real. They're just curious. They're just hungry. When the last time you seen somebody feeding the birds?
He was just feeding them.
Oh yeah. It's been a while. People don't feed these little creatures out here no more. They hungry. One day they're gonna come out the sewer and start eating on them.
How do you feel about the police police attitude towards homeless people? What's been your experience?
Well, believe it or not, I know you're gonna kind of not believe that I'm actually saying that. I think it's actually great. I think the police actually does a good job with the homelessness out here. They don't bother, they don't harass. They stop and they check on us at the bus stop. They actually had one cop stayed there, posted up, and watched all of us the whole night. I seen cops do a lot of good stuff for homeless people, man. Yeah, they DC cops, man, take care of the homeless people out here, man. They take care of their homeless people out here, man. DC cops does a good job, man. I'm not just saying to their home because I just got home from jail, you know what I'm saying? So I got my both sides with cops, but for me, from my experience of being homeless, DC cops, they do a good job of their homelessness, yes. They do a good job, man. I done seen them pass out chips, food. They do a good job, man. They do a really good job. Don't they post up every night out here and watch us, make sure we all right. At the bus stop over there, they make sure everybody all right. They do a good job. Everybody do a good job out here when it comes to us being homeless. People come through here, make sure we got some hot cocoa and stuff like that. Yeah, everybody do good when it comes to, for that. But, I think it just needs to be more work done when it comes to us, ourselves.
Like homeless people need to work on themselves more?
No, not working on themselves is one. I'm talking about as us being as one, speaking on our problems. You see what I'm saying? When I say that, I'm saying what we need to do is speak on our problems ourselves, because nothing can get done better if you yourself make it happen. Having people do it for you it ain't gonna get done because you're not there to see what's going on. So we have to make a move. When I say unite, we have to get up together and go talk to Mayor Browse ourselves if we have to do it. It has to be major actions that have to happen. It has to happen. You know, because if this is now these days.
People might hear that though and say, "What? Like, what's the mayor supposed to do?" You know?
I mean, she can do a lot. Look at the position. Look at the position she's in. She can do a lot. Are you serious?
Not even just black people. Rehabilitate men. Period.
That's her job, right? Her job is to make sure that everyone's in this district is taken care of. There's no problems. There shouldn't even be homeless people out here on the street. This is where the White House is. This is embarrassing. You got tourist people coming here from all over talking about, wow, you guys live here? I don't know how you can do that. Yeah, it's like, that's crazy, man. It's really a shame, but it's going to be a change. Obama ain't do it, but guess what? I'm telling you right now, Erik Glover's going to do it. It's going to be a change. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a change for the people. You can call me Robin Hood. I'm stealing from the rich. I'm giving to the poor.
Who's going to do it? What did you say?
Erik Glover. That's me. Remember this. Remember this conversation, man, because at the end of the day, this conversation is going to go down in history. It's going to be on TV. Because I'm going to make it happen. It's not going to be one lick of homeless people on the street ever again if I got anything to do with it. Not in my power or in God's power.
So you think some sort of like religious movement is going to help, cure the homelessness problem?
Anything that got to do with God is a movement. Anything that got to do with God is going to happen. So yes, if it has to be done, it has to be done. But we're not going to do it violently. We're going to do it in the Word of God and in the movement of God. Words are more violent and words are more powerful. The tongue is the most powerful thing on your body. It manipulates the mind and they can change its families and take over castles and things and do all types of stuff. And if you know how to work it well, you can rule the world.
Yeah, I think that's basically true.
Yeah, so I'm here today to tell you there's homeless people out here, but we all need to stick together, not be at each other's throats, because he's me, I'm you, and you are him. We are all one. And the only way this is going to work, if we all decide, hey, this is Baskin Robbins and this is not different key.
Who are you guys like receiving help from, do you think, the most? Like in terms of organizations, like religious organizations or like government organizations or?
Okay, that's actually a good question. Now, well, my uptake of that is all of them in a way kind of help, but to be honest, I really think like the mental health part is kind of doing more of the work with the mental health part. I think they're kind of slow on the housing, but I guess that's just how this thing works. They've been slow on the housing way before the pandemic came in. So, I'm not going to bum rush them and say, oh, they not doing a great job. What's that, human resources, I believe? Yeah, I'm not saying that human resource not doing a good job. It's just, it's a lot going on. Every 5 minutes, it's a homeless person popping up on the map. That's why they got to do the census thing. People are coming from different places here to be homeless. Do you know that? People actually say, man, I left Philly to come here to be homeless. Man, I left Mississippi to come here to be homeless. Because they let us lay anywhere out here. And you walk around and half of this place look like trash.
None of that shit is real food. That's all science.
Yeah, let your shit be known.
They can make that taste like.
I was on the streets for about 2 years.
Have you received help from anybody, or have you received help from anybody, or